Welcome back to Harry Potter University. Today we're venturing through the hallowed halls of Hogwarts to discover the fascinating classes that shape young witches and wizards. From potions to transfiguration, join us as we delve into the magical curriculum that's at the heart of every Hogwarts student's journey. Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry offered a diverse range of subjects, spanning core classes and electives starting in the 3rd year. In the 5th year, students face the OWL, the Ordinary Wizarding Level exams, determining their ability to handle the advanced courses in the final 2 years. The 7th year culminates in the Newt, or the nastily exhausting Wizarding test, crucial for post-graduation career prospects. Every first-year student at Hogwarts was required to take 7 core subjects: Transfiguration, Charms, Potions, History of Magic, Defense Against the Dark Arts, Astronomy, and Herbology, along with mandatory flying lessons. From the 2nd year, flying could be dropped, and by the end of the 2nd year, students had to choose at least 2 additional subjects from the following list: Arithmancy, Muggle Studies, Divination, Ancient Runes, and Care of Magical Creatures. Core subjects remained mandatory, but electives could be dropped if too challenging. In their 5th year, students consulted with the head of house to align their subjects with their desired career path, influenced by their predicted OWL grades. These provisional Newt level choices were later confirmed or adjusted based on actual OWL results and course demand. 6th year students began Newt level classes with the option to take apparition lessons for a fee. The 7th and final year focused on preparing for the Newt exams in the chosen subjects, marking the end of their magical education at Hogwarts. The 7 core classes. As stated before, all first years at Hogwarts had to take 7 core subjects: Transfiguration, Charms, Potions, History of Magic, Defense Against the Dark Arts, Astronomy, and Herbology. We will now go briefly through all of these 7 core classes. Astronomy. Astronomy involved observation of the night skies with telescopes, as well as gaining an understanding of the various phenomena that go on in space, such as lunar phases and space weather. Known assignments included learning the names of stars, constellations, and planets, as well as charting their locations, movements, and environments. It is currently unclear exactly how this subject is relevant to the education of witches and wizards, but according to Satyavati Shah, there is much that can be gleaned from the stars. It was the only field of study at Hogwarts that had a direct equivalent in the Muggle world. Astronomy classes took place in the highest level of the Astronomy Tower, the tallest tower in Hogwarts. Charms. Charms consist of a very wide range of different spells concerned with giving a target, be it an object or an individual, new and unexpected properties and/or making the target perform certain actions, among other possible effects. Charms could be some of the most powerful and game-changing spells in existence. Successfully casting a charm required concentration, precise wand movements, and proper pronunciation of the spell's incantation. Charms classes were described as notoriously noisy and chaotic, as the lessons were largely practical. Charms was considered a soft option by some when picking Newt level classes. Defense Against the Dark Arts. Defense Against the Dark Arts, commonly shortened to DADA, was the class that taught students how to protect themselves against the dark arts, how to use offensive and protective spells, and how to properly handle and deal with dark creatures. This subject required students to participate in practical lessons in order to truly learn the subject. If taught only theory-based lessons out of books, then it would only hinder them. The subject had an extraordinarily high turnover of staff members. Throughout Harry Potter's time at Hogwarts, no Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher remained at Hogwarts for more than 1 school year. Dumbledore suggested that Voldemort jinxed the position because his application for it was rejected. After the end of the Second Wizarding War, the jinx on the position was lifted with Voldemort's death. Herbology. Herbology was the study of magical plants and fungi. Students learned how to properly care for and utilize different plants, as well as about their magical properties and what they were used for. The further a student progressed through their education, the more difficult and dangerous the plants became. Students were also taught a few spells that were helpful for gardening, such as the Herbivicus charm. Herbology classes took place in various greenhouses located behind the castle. Required equipment included a wand, a pair of dragon hide gloves, dragon dung fertilizer, earmuffs, and a watering can. History of Magic. History of Magic was the study of the history of the wizarding world. The lessons in this class were only lectures about significant names, dates, and events in wizarding history. Topics had included the Goblin Rebellions, the witch hunts, the Giant Wars, and the origin of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy. The class was considered very boring due to Bin's droning voice, which was the only class at Hogwarts that was taught by a ghost, as the professor never noticed he had died and simply continued teaching as if nothing had changed. Transfiguration. Transfiguration was a very difficult theory-based subject that practiced the art of changing the form or appearance of an object. It was also possible to change inanimate objects into living creatures and vice versa, as was changing a living creature into another species. Conjuring things out of thin air, making things vanish into thin air, and making things switch places were also elements of transfiguration. Human transfiguration was considered the most difficult branch of this subject. Transfiguration has been described as some of the most dangerous magic you will be taught at Hogwarts. Potions. Potions was the exact art and subtle science of creating various liquid mixtures with different magical effects, many of which could not be achieved through spells. It required adding the correct ingredients into the cauldron and stirring the brew in the correct way, both of which had to be done at the right times and at the right temperatures. Students also studied the different ingredients used in potion making and their properties. Potions was considered a difficult class to achieve an owl in, as only 12 students from Harry Potter's year managed it. The owl written exam was described as difficult. Are you excited about Hogwarts curriculum yet? Make sure to like the video and subscribe for more Harry Potter. Elective Courses. At the end of their second year at Hogwarts, students were required to choose a minimum of 2 additional subjects from the following 5 elective courses: Arithmancy, Muggle Studies, Divination, Study of Ancient Runes, and Care of Magical Creatures. Arithmancy was a branch of magic concerned with the magical properties of numbers. It was reportedly difficult, as it required memorizing or working with many charts. Care of Magical Creatures, also known as Creature Care, and formerly called Beast Class, was a class which instructed students about proper identification, feeding, grooming, riding, breeding, and treatment of various magical beasts. Divination was the art of predicting the future. Various methods was taught, including tea leaves, fire omens, crystal balls, cartomancy, astrology, and dream interpretation. Muggle Studies was a class that taught about how Muggles lived their lives, as well as various Muggle inventions and their use of electricity. It also included Muggle art and Muggle music. Study of Ancient Runes was a theoretical subject that involved the study and translation of ancient runic scripts. Other courses. Other courses students can take on Hogwarts include Advanced Arithmancy Studies, Alchemy, Apparition, the magical form of teleportation, Dark Arts, Flying, Ancient Studies, Art, Field Studies, Ghoul Studies, Magical Theory, Muggle Art, Muggle Music, Music, and Xylomancy, a way of divination which had something to do with twigs. As we conclude this video and have touched upon 26 courses taught at Hogwarts School for Witchcraft and Wizardry, we want to thank you for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe to Harry Potter University for more wizarding wonders. Until next time.